Our lesson today is right thinking and the spoken word. As we continue to try to bring about our dreams, we are using a process that started with desire, and now we have arrived at right thinking and the spoken word. There is power in my words. Our scripture comes from Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And if you follow closely below, it says that thinking is the movement of ideas in the mind. How does this work? The greatest gift that we have as individuals is to think. Thinking is mentally connecting with ideas, shaping them, forming them to fit our desires, to fit our needs. Ideas are everywhere present as invisible substance. And when we have needs, which we have almost every day of our lives, every moment that we live, we become aware of an idea or two or three. But ideas are not shaped or formed. They're pure energy, without color, without class, pure energy. When we think, we take the idea and mentally take a look at it from our vantage point. We see it according to the way we have established our minds to see ideas. Our minds individually are shaped by our circumstances, our experiences. Each mind is also shaped by the environment that it has been a part of. That environment consists of the thoughts of others relating to religion, spirituality, politics, tribal preferences, and at some time we build a belief system. And that belief system that we have built becomes the platform for all our imaging or thinking. So when ideas come to us, we automatically shape them according to our ability to shape them, coming from that platform that we have set up to interpret the spiritual energy that is perfect. Thinking is not something you learn to do. It's basically the only thing that you do, basically, with your mind. You're shaping, forming, reshaping, reforming. Through thinking, we become aware of the outside. The outside is pure energy. And based on the way we are trained to see it, we see it as either good or bad. Each one of us, as we look out with our eyes, these eyes, we are looking out from the eyes within our minds, and we can only see on the outside what is already shaped and formed on the outside. In other words, we have the power to shape and form the outside as we do have the power to shape and form the ability within to see. Thinking produces little mental pictures that we call thoughts. And these thoughts become like the letters in an alphabet that we take, group together, and form sentences. In other words, we build our lives based on the thoughts that we think. We build our experiences according to the way we think. Now, thinking is so important because the only way to change is to think differently. Thoughts held to be true become beliefs. We weren't born with beliefs. We come to believe through accepting thoughts, concepts, information that come to us to be true. When we hold things to be true, it means we have accepted them the way we see them, and they form the beliefs that we have. Beliefs are not true to the universe. They are individualized truths. Your belief is not my belief. Your belief comes from the way you think. My beliefs come from the way I think. The cumulative effect of beliefs on the mind establishes the consciousness. We use this word consciousness just to mean the state of mind of the individual. What you believe to be true, you set out to prove that it is true, and it becomes true to you. Whatever you believe, you will experience. Jesus said, when you pray, believe that what you are praying for, you already have. Meaning, if you cannot visually recognize it in your mind's eye, you cannot have it in the material world. If you cannot visualize it, if you cannot image it and hold that image to be true, you cannot have it on the outside. I can tell you all sorts of good things. If you don't believe it to be true, you cannot have it. So we go around this world believing all sorts of things and wanting all sorts of things that do not match our beliefs. And when we don't experience or get what we think we should have, we say God didn't want us to have it. Be it done according to your belief. Jesus said that when you pray, pray without fear, without doubting. To pray is to open up your mind to receive what you think you have need of. But here is the problem. we have a picture of what we want, but we don't believe that we can get it, but we are still praying to get it. So I have a picture to be healthy. I see myself healthy, but I don't believe that what I think I have will go away for me to be healthy. That's the conundrum. Whatever we hold in mind, we will experience. A double-minded man is unstable in all her ways. God's gift to man is power. Power and dominion over all created, meaning all mental images held in mind, the products of that state of mind, your body and your affairs. God has given us power over everything in our life. Man images himself weak and the victim of circumstances, claiming that conditions over which he had no control caused his defeat. That is a belief. In reality, as a man thinks, if you think the conditions around you have more power than your ability to think a new thought, image a new place, then you will be condemned to what's happening around you, and there will be no change. Man by himself is indeed a victim of circumstances, but linked with the power within makes all things possible. This is coming from Florence Chauvel Shen. Through a knowledge of metaphysics, we who are metaphysicians are discovering how this can be done. We realize that by our words, we contact this power. And for some reason, seeming miraculously, every burden is lifted and every battle is won. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Whatever you think, you will speak. Ain't no Freudian slip. If it is not inside, it cannot come out. Whatever thoughts we have affect every area of our lives. That's how important it is when you think. In the statement, in the main, we choose the food that nourishes our body. We go shop. We pick up and we reject. And yet still we allow negative thoughts to flow freely through our minds. And yet we want to experience bodies and affairs that are excellent. Doesn't work that way. The law says, as within, so without. Now that's powerful. Take your thoughts, examine them, and realize that your life is a reflection of your beliefs. That the way you are today comes from a carefully planned process that you have gone through to bring about the chaos, the sadness, or the happiness or joy in your life. No one can think for you. Therefore, don't give anybody responsibility for things that are happening in your life. They're happening to you because you are the thinker who think the thoughts that make the things and create the experiences in your life. Don't double talk. A lot of us double think. I think I can, but. I think I can, however. I think I can, maybe. When you think and you have decided that this is the picture that will save your life, you have to stick with it and hold it and let it become your vision. Without a vision, you perish. A vision is accumulation of thoughts that have built up something in your mind that you could long after and hope to achieve, that you alone can see. Nobody else can see your thoughts. You could tell them what you see, but they could never know what you really see. That's how powerful you, the individual, is. Thoughts shape and mold the ideas. Ideas are in the dictionary it says that an idea is a transcendental entity that is perfect. No flaws. It is perfect. It is whole. It is complete. And then it says, but every mind that thinks on the idea makes it imperfect. All human minds are limited, can never see the whole of an idea. An idea is like a globe that is spinning, and you could only see the point that is before you. You cannot see the back side of the moon. You could only see the front side that you are looking at. That's an idea. An idea, although it comes fully clothed, just like an egg, just like a seed, you can only experience a single part of it because that's the way our minds are set up. We cannot see the whole. So when we shape ideas, we should be careful how we shape them. We should establish early that our cookie cutters is the cookie cutter that I want to make the cookie, because I want a particular heart shape for this time of the year. And I don't bring a triangle to the table. I bring a heart. Most of us try to bring triangles and kind of wiggle with them to get a heart. If you want goodness, bring goodness to the table. If you want negativity, bring negative shapes to the table. For the way you shape it, it will be baked and it will come out. Hello. Some of us are good bakers, but the wrong shapes are in our minds. Because you ever look at yourself and realize how many things you have created in your lives? All the people around you, you've created them in your life. All the things you have in your world, in your affairs, you brought them together. And if you have the power to bring negativity, you have to bring a power to bring goodness. It begins with the first thought that you think. That's how powerful you are. Thoughts are the images or prototypes of everything that is manifested that you could see in your life. You cannot see it physically unless you hold the image in your mind. In other words, you create likenesses after the images you hold in your mind. If the image is not there, you cannot have a likeness. It's like if on the negative, the picture is not there, you cannot have a positive. And then from your thoughts come your issues. Do you have issues? Do you have issues with other people and with yourself? Well, they come from within you. Nobody leaves home on a Monday morning to bring issues to work for you to eat. You take them yourself through the thoughts that you think. For instance, you leave home, you're happy and bubbly. You reach to work. You're happy and bubbly. Shouldn't you end the day that way? Do you end the day that way? Because you allow your ability to translate what's happening in front of you by other people, you translate their behavior. They don't like you. But you could never experience love from them. Once it's in your mind that they have it in for you, you will always find ways to prove that they do have it in for you. They bring a cup of coffee for you and it's not as hot. They had it in for you. They brought a memo and put it on your desk, and it was slightly skewed. It was like on a turn on the side. They had it in for me. Your boss says, I want to see you. Come to the office. You go to the office, he's not there. He had it in for you because that's in your head. And you will never lose that because you own that. Another person having the same things around them. This is an opportunity for me to correct things. Because why? It's okay. The mind that thinks it's okay will experience okay. The mind that is complicated with negativity, okay, sometime good, will experience that. Is that nice? Thoughts, once they have been accepted, help us to form our emotions. The same incident that happens where two or three may be will be interpreted differently, and emotions based on the interpretation will come up. Haven't you ever been accused of hurting other people's feelings? 2 days after the fact, you forgot about the incident. You don't even know what they're talking about. But they have interpreted your behavior according to their state of mind. Flip it now. Bring it to you now. Do you ever get angry because of what someone did?
Yes.
You have interpreted their behavior based on the platform you've established for your thinking. Through thinking, we interpret the outside world. We interpret based on what we hold to be true. If it is not registering as true, well, then we can't take it as good. The world that we live in is becoming a small colony. Look at Toronto, in which we live. When you walk down the street, you see people from every part of the world. And each one has a tribal reference point that they judge your behavior from, as well as you are judging their behavior from. As you walk there too, there are people with religious expectations completely different, and they judge you based on your interaction with them. Nationally, some nations believe they are God's gift to humanity. When they see you because you're not like them. You are X, Y, and Z according to their what? Formed opinions. So learning to live in a multi-complex world requires us to do what? Think differently and open up our minds to the newness that is being presented to us, so we can see more of ourselves and experience our own attitudes and our own behaviors. See, some of us say we love God, but we don't think well of our fellow man because he or she might be X, Y, Z. They don't conform to my standards. And if they don't conform to my personal standards, they got problems. It's very interesting as we talk about this, because even in family units, children have problems with other children in the same unit, thinking that because they have a mole on their face, they're more beautiful because moles are in. I'm just saying how thinking causes us to be biased for no reason. If our thoughts begin with, wherever I am, God is, and God just means wherever I am, whoever is there is good, meaning perfect, whole, complete, that person has a right to be here just like me. We are both enjoying everything that the universe has for us. If we could start from that point, all the metal that we take to make war machines with can be taken to make things that we could use to enhance the quality of our lives. Thoughts are individual interpretations of what is. Your thoughts are not right. They're not absolute. And they can change. That's the beautiful thing about it. I can change my thinking by coming to realize that what I hold to be true is only my personal conclusion of what might be. It isn't true. Our thoughts affect our words. You can't cuss and fuss without your cussing and fussing come from inside. And when we cuss and we fuss, we shape the words that we want to best express exactly how we feel. Hello now? We are so creative that we could invent words to stick it to you. Because I know you will get it, what I mean. Because I need you to get it. And we are nice people. And honorable men and women. We good? I love this lesson this morning. Fantastic. Because as you're thinking, I'm thinking things I did over the last 3 days or 4 days. And I'm saying, did these words come from me? Yes, they did. I own them. Will I repeat them again? I hope not. See, having regrets for what you have done is saying that you could have helped it, but you couldn't because you did not know better. That's the key. If you knew differently, you would have done differently in the moment that you did it. But all that you gave out of the what? Contents of your heart. Thinking affects our actions. We cannot do anything unless we think to do it. Hello now. Once I am conscious, everything that I do, I had to think about before I did it. So you have to own your actions. And if I practice those actions regularly, they become habitual responses, which become reactions. I have to own them, because if I didn't have them in the first place, I couldn't react that way. You've ever watched yourself react? No, seriously. Have you ever taken a look at yourself react? When you get, after you calm down, being angry, and you ask yourself, what was that about? How did I let somebody take over my mind? It's a bad habit. You cannot change a habit until you begin to put in place a new habit. That means there must be a deliberate, conscious attempt to do something new, beginning with a new thought. And that first thought has to begin with yourself. Why would I allow other people to destroy my sense of being when I have control over every area of my life? Why will I allow you to get me angry or to get me upset? Why would I allow that? Because the foundation that I have is not based on I am monarch of all that I think. I control my thinking. And because I control my thinking, I control every area of my life, because every area of my life begins with the thoughts that I think. We okay? We good? Thinking good? Are you thinking that somebody should have been here to hear this? No. Because sometimes we do that, right? A good thing passed by, we say, I will wish. Think about it. Just think about it. Man came to Jesus and said, my servant is ill. And Jesus said, well, I'll be there shortly. He said, you don't have to come. He said, all you need to do is to speak the word, and my servant shall be healed. That's how powerful your words are. A word spoken means let there be. And everything we say, let there be too in my life, will come about. It says in Genesis, when God began to create, he must have had, or she must have had, or it must have had, whatever God is to you must have had. An image. What could be? The possibility, the potential to be. Then it says that Elohim said, let there be. Your word establishes it to be the truth of your experience. Every word that comes out of your mouth, you will be held accountable for. Thoughts first, and then words. Words establish that what you see is what you have. Then you can tell everybody about it. Words celebrate what you have inside. Be careful what you speak and ask for. It will come unto you. I remember when I was a young man, I lived by a lot of cliches. And one of my favorite, I'm poor and polite. Well, I went through some years in which I experienced what poverty really was. But I was politely poor. The subconscious mind does not know whether it's a joke or whether it's real. Whatever you predict in your life will come about. Be careful using words. They're powerful. And after using the word, don't say cancel, cancel. Cancel, cancel. Ain't going nowhere. It's still inside of you. Every word comes from within and bears witness to the state of mind of the speaker. The words that you speak represent who you are. You can't speak it unless it is a part of you. Is that okay? Words express our behavior. It's part of the actions we take to bring out what's inside. And don't tell me, well, he can't speak. He could use Braille and sign language. Those are words too. Hello? And there are some non-words called non-verbal, where you wink your eye or roll up your eye. That forms all parts of your expression network. Hello? And then, when he turns his back, don't point at him. It's part of your word system because it's interpreted. Non-verbal, it's interpreted. And when they pass across you on the highway, Put up your whole hands, all your hands. Don't single any finger. Give them a wave. Words communicate what we want to tell. To communicate means to relate or tell your story. Every word you utter here tells your story. You have communicated who you are and what you want to be. You know, sometimes, that's why it says sometimes, you know, when you're angry, go home and sleep it off. Don't say a word. Get elastroplas and do this. And go home. Because words said in anger will come back to bite you. I had a nice experience over the past 2 days. Came back to bite me. And they bite because sometimes dogs like pit bulls come back at you right away. And they go for your jugular. So some words come back and haunt you very quickly. Isn't that right? You're trying to figure out what I'm talking about. None of your business. You check out your own words. By our words we are known. Look, there are 2 genes. We know each gene by what? Behavior. Of which words are part. Hello now. So they could be in the dark when they open their mouth. We know which one is there. By our words, we are known. What goes in does not defile the man, but what comes out. Good information goes in, but what we take and do with the information comes out. As the words we speak. Wow, how are we doing? By our words we are justified. When you say yes and mean yes, you give the go-ahead for things to happen. When you say no and mean no, you stop the flow. If you say yes but mean no, you will still get a drip. Speak words of truth. Be honest. If you don't like it, well, I really don't like it. Too many relationships get derailed because one is saying it's okay, but inside there are hurt feelings. Practiced deceit. That's what it is. When you are deceitful, it means you don't speak the truth. Speak the word, and there is healing. When I tell you the truth, I am free from holding all that anger and bitterness. It's gone. The truth shall set you free. Hello now. Have you ever told a lie that came back to haunt you? Have you ever spoken a lie and had to hide? You can talk to me. We're buddies. But when you speak the truth, you could stand and walk. Integrity. When you have integrity, you speak words that are true to you. This is how I feel. This is what my thinking is. It's not about you. It's about me. if I don't clear this up, I can't feel good. Why not clear it up? You feel good, so you can help other people clear things up. Engage in thinking first and then speaking and acting after. Don't react and then start to think. That's what a lot of, oh my God, I'm sorry. You're not sorry. You did according to what you were capable of doing. Don't come back and tell me sorry. Sorry is a word I don't like to hear, because you're really not sorry. If there was sorrow, you would not have done it. Some excuse. Let your thoughts and feelings be one. You know how sometimes we have thoughts over here and we have feelings over here, and they don't match? Yes, darling, I love you. But there's some stuff I want to change in you. Imbalance. Let you behold, all of God is one. Your attempt at living must be at oneness with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be true to yourself. Live for you. Don't live with regrets. Think it. Feel good about it. Connect with it. Love it. Speak it. Do it. And keep doing it. When it's one, I can do that. But when it's in my mind all over the place, one day I get up, I like it. The other day it's not I don't know what to do. No. Love it. Become one with it. When your mind is in a state of oneness, there is peace. There is no war. A warring mind breeds stress, tension, uneasiness, anxiousness, fearfulness, always living in a state of not me. You ever live in a state of jumpiness? The phone rings. Oh my God. Huh? You see a guy with a blue shirt and black pants with a cap. Oh my God, they're coming for me. Hello? You're walking and people are looking at you. I didn't do it. No, not me. No. When you love yourself enough, and you can be truthful to yourself, you know what you want out of life. You know what you don't want in your life. You got to be truthful. Don't walk around life like a dog catcher. You have a net and anything you see that moves you will catch. No. Know what you want. Be clear about it. Concentrate on it. Think about it. Focus on it. And let the words that will create it in your life come forth with power. And when you speak, speak with authority, speak with dominion. Speak like if it's yours, you own it. Don't speak. Can I have it, please? No. May I, please? Don't contort your body. Stand up. It's yours. Jesus said, when you pray, believe that you have it. It's mine already. I came for it. Give it to me. According to the song, suck it to me, baby. It's mine. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me. I like that. You want to sing that? Suck it to me, suck it to me. What did you say, holy? What does holy have to do with suck it to me? Okay. Speak the word, and I will be healed. Speak the words of prosperity, and I will be prosperous. Speak the words of love, and I will find peace and love. God bless. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.